Hello. Welcome back. It is Tuesday, January 7th, 2020. And today's Sabbath school lesson is titled, Firm Resolution. We will begin by reading Daniel 1 verses 7 to 20. Reading. Unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names, for he gave unto Daniel the name of Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah, of Shadrach, and to Mishael, of Meshach, and to Azariah, of Abednego. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed your meat and your drink, for why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat, and water to drink. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter, and proved them 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, their countenances appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat, and the wine that they should drink, and gave them pulse. As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Now at the end of the days that the king had said he should bring them in, then the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar. And the king communed with them, and among them, all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, therefore stood they before the king. And in all matters of wisdom and understanding, that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were in all his realm. Now let's get into the lesson. It appears that the 4 Hebrew captives do not object to their Babylonian names. Most likely there is nothing they can do about it, apart from using their Hebrew names among themselves. But concerning the food and wine from the king's table, it is certainly in their power to consume it or not. Thus, the free choice of the 4 men is very important here. However, if an officer can change their names, he can also change the menu. There are 2 likely reasons why the 4 do not want to eat from the king's table. First, the meals from the king's table may contain unclean meats, a list of which we can find in Leviticus 11. Second, food is first offered as a meal to the god's image and then sent to the king for his consumption. Thus, when Daniel makes clear, without resorting to subterfuge or deception, that his request has a religious motivation, that is, the food at the palace will defile him and his friends. Referencing Daniel 1:8. He is being very courageous. As we look into the interaction between Daniel and the Babylonian officer, a few important points stand out. First, Daniel seems to understand well the difficult position of the officer, so he proposed a test. 10 days of consuming the alternative meals should suffice to demonstrate the benefits of the diet and thus to put down the fears of the officer. Second, Daniel's certainty that the outcome would be so positive within such a short time span stems from absolute confidence in God. Third, the choice of a diet of vegetables and water points back to the food God gave humanity at creation. Reading Genesis 1:29. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you, it shall be for meat. This fact perhaps influences Daniel's choice as well. After all, what could be a better diet than the one God originally gave us? What is so important about Daniel's free choice that opens the way for God to act as he does? Let's see Daniel 1:9. Reading, Now God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. What lessons can we draw from this about the importance of our choices? How should our trust in God impact our choices? Go ready to discuss your answers in Sabbath school this coming Sabbath. This is Witness Glenn. Have a great day. And please remember to like, subscribe and share.